Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am answering questions for the youngins. I actually get a lot of you that watch the YouTube channel are teens, which I think is great. And I want to do a special video answering questions directly from those in the teens that have sent ones to me. So Petra says, "Hi Danny, I'm 15 years old and I'm going through HA. I've been in recovery for about 3 months. I watch your YouTube channel a lot. I was looking at past pictures of myself where I remember feeling so insecure and ugly. I was amazed to realize that actually I looked completely normal. So now I'm wondering if I'll ever be able to trust my own judgment of my body in the moment again. From watching your videos, I know that I shouldn't be judging at all, but I want to know what you think of this. I feel like this may be helpful to some of your followers, including myself." Actually replied to her, and I said, "Most likely, now that your eyes have been opened, you will know that sometimes how you see yourself isn't really how others see you. You'll take a second to look closer. It's kind of a wisdom you're developing. As long as you ask yourself, am I really seeing myself clearly, or am I probably being overly critical of myself? You'll come out feeling better. And it's a good skill to have. And I think this one does relate to everyone of every age. Truthfully, most of these questions are not exclusive to teens, but I think it's really important that every time we have a critical thought about our own body, we take a second to be like, may I be intentionally drawing my eyes to a certain part of my body and then choosing to have an issue with it? Later, she actually asked a follow-up question. She said, "I have a question about working out. I started working out twice a week, and I do this because it gives me energy and I don't want to lose weight. I was eating carbs throughout my workout, and I eat more on the days I work out, but I stopped getting cervical mucus recently. What could be the reason for this?" Well, assuming you haven't actually ovulated, and that's why the mucus went away, right? Because once we ovulate, we shouldn't be seeing cervical mucus. Assuming that's not why, and it could be that introducing the exercise has caused the problem. You didn't specify what the exercise was. If it was running, extensive walking, high intensity interval training, weightlifting above 50%, those could all be reasons for the mucus to go away. When people say it gives them energy, that's always a suspicious thing. Every time I get a question about I'm doing exercise and is it okay for me, I just want you to know that every one of you that prefaces it with it makes me feel good, it gives me energy, it's my stress relief, blah, 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 that doesn't convince me of anything. So y'all can probably stop saying that. Because it sounds like a convenient thing to say. It sounds like a negotiation. It sounds like I understand that you truly believe that, but then why, when you get rid of it, is your life falling apart? That's just a really dramatic response to giving up exercise if you're just saying it just energizes you. It's okay. That energy is probably cortisol and adrenaline and stuff. And it's okay for you to not be on this high energy trip all the time. Okay, I got a question from Yasmin. "Hey Danny, I'm just wondering if you have any advice because I haven't had my period since August due to undereating, and I also lost a lot of weight. I'm 15, 168 centimeters, and I went from around 58 to 60 kilos down to 45 to 48 kilos, which was my lowest. I started losing the weight around June and July, and in October I wanted to recover, so I got my period back. So I started eating normally again and gained weight, but it almost didn't come back." No, but it didn't come back. "So I got impatient and gave up around December and went back to old habits. I then lost more weight than before. And after a binge one night, I decided to go all in recovery, which I'm now doing and have been doing since the start of February. I watch your videos all the time and I would love your advice. So I was just wondering what your opinion is. And I told her that going all in, if you are finding yourself binging and restricting and getting back into eating and then restricting again, is a great idea to just go all in and stick with it. It doesn't count to go all in and then pull yourself out. You need to use some of that discipline that I know you all have, because anyone with HA is good at discipline, only when it's something that you really, really want, but you have it within you. You want to. The feeling intense feelings of guilt or being in a binge restrict cycle around eating a treat is not normal, and it's a sign of disordered eating. So you get on top of that one. And I do think get on top of it and chat with your parents if you're at that age, if you're experiencing binge restrict, just get support on that. But the only way out of a binge restrict cycle is to stop the restriction part. You could binge, and I know it feels like you'll binge forever if you let it happen, but that's not true. The binging will actually stop pretty quick. But you have to have the full intention of not restricting again. You have to not restrict again. Those two things need to happen psychologically, because binge restrict is a psychological thing. She said, okay, thank you so much. I don't struggle with binge restrict cycle or anything, but I think it was extreme hunger because I was restricting for a long time and it's died down now. So I'm just trying to eat enough now to get my period back. My parents know and they've been supportive. I've been eating enough and not exercising, but was wondering what might help to get it back sooner. Thanks for replying. Okay, great. And it's a spectrum. Binge restrict and just like not listening to your hunger cues and then eventually overeating because of that is the same thing. One just sounds more dramatic and one sounds like better, but they're very similar things when you think about it. Anytime someone's like, I'm eating more and I'm resting, what else can I do? Well, typically the answer will be eat even more, generally. If you want to be able to take action in some way, you're gonna want to eat more. Otherwise, it's time to like buckle down and just be patient, you know? Okay, and my third one is from Emily. She says, hey, I'm 15 and I've missed my period for 6 months now. I don't have an eating disorder. I eat 3 meals a day and I have a snack. I have been doing workouts for the last year, about 40 minutes a day, about 6 days a week. I avoid eating unhealthily, but now when I eat unhealthy, I feel guilty for it and I get stressed if I know I'm eating something unhealthy. I think I'm a healthy weight and I'm really happy with the way my body looks as my hard work has helped me gain muscle, but I think not having my period doesn't seem right. Every time I think about my lack of period, I get really stressed, which is affecting how I sleep. Fair enough. Right? I mean, listen to that part of your brain that's saying this is a problem. So I said to her, there's no need to stress. Just add another snack in. One probably is not enough for you. You need more. Also, intense feelings of guilt around eating a treat isn't normal, and it's a sign of disordered eating. Again, so get your parents on top of this, help you look at that. But it's just more control, it's rules, it's restriction, and this is having a psychological impact on the brain if we let that keep going at the rate that it's going at. So that's what I'm throwing out to her at this time. Those be my questions from my teens for today. Let's see if I have any more. Okay, one more from Matilda. I can always rely on my DMs to find a teen. I love you guys. Matilda, if I'm saying that right, says, hey Danny, I think I need your help. I'm 17 and I'm 75 kilos at 167 centimeters. I don't speak English very well, so forgive me. Okay. I was never diagnosed with anything because I was never seen by a doctor. It all started in March, April 2023. I just wanted to lose some weight. I weighed around 65 kilos. I did some exercises at home, but ate normally because I had no idea what nutrition was, that nutrition was the key to losing weight. I started to see some posts on the internet about calories and how weight loss worked. I had no idea that the body was spending calories just to function. True. So I thought I had to eat much less than 1,000 calories because only then would I burn them. I wrote more, but Instagram has a maximum and I can't send you more than one message. Oh. Well, she didn't even send me the next one. So I actually don't have a question from her. But, yeah. I think that's a really good point to sit on, is like the body requires energy just for you to blink. And just for your hair to grow, and your mouth to be moist, and your skin to breathe, and your eyeballs to be moist, and your nails to grow, and to go to the toilet, and your bladder to do its thing, and your heart to pump, and your lungs to breathe. So your metabolism is the total energy required to run your bodily functions, and it becomes more efficient and less efficient based on what you are providing for it to do its job. So if you provide for it nothing, it's going to down-regulate and become more efficient with calories, doing as much as it can with the little you're going to give it. If you increase your food, it's going to become more efficient, which allows you to maximize your bodily functions. Now, a lot of people hear it the other way around, that you want to train your body to be more efficient and do more with like more food, right? Require more food so you get to eat more and not gain weight. Sure, if that's how the lens you want to see the world through. But in reality, you know, those people are going to die first when there's a famine because they require so many calories to function. So your body is trying to help you out here, but slowly and eventually it's going to run dry and it's going to have nothing left. And, you know, you're going to have osteoporosis and things like that. So technically, like, you're kind of dying. So that's why you got to feed yourself for all these functions. And I know your reproductive system has down-regulated, but so has other stuff. Your teeth are crappy now. Your bones are crappy now. Your heart rate has gone down. Your blood pressure has gone down. Your hair is falling out. It's not growing as fast. Your nails are brittle. They're not growing as fast. Everything's down-regulated because you're not eating enough. So everyone's got to be eating enough. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next week. And if you have a question you'd like to submit, please do to Danny at the HA Society, or in the DMs, or in the comments below. My Instagram is Danny Sheriff. Comment below. I answer all the questions on the YouTube too. And I will see you guys next week.